literally in my head is Hamilton going, "I'm not throwing away my shot." Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kayla. And if you're coming back for another video, one, thank you. And two, thank you guys for all the support that you've shown me on my last video. I still can't believe I did it, middle key, but it's out there. I'm responsible. Oh, pray for your girl. Sorry, if you don't know what I'm talking about, hey, welcome into my brain. Come in. I am giving myself 6 months into performing a piece called Out Tonight from the production Rent. If you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, go see the first video and then come back to see what my first week was like getting ready. First week. I didn't do a lot, you know. This week was really just reconnecting with my people, with my choreographer, with my vocal coach, and my acting coach. It was just about reconnecting with them, and to be honest, I missed them so much that our first session wasn't a session. You know, our first session was just chopping it up, was just seeing how everybody was doing with the quarantine, you know, how life's been treating them, because some people I haven't seen in years. We had years to catch up on. So yeah, the first week wasn't a week, you know. But that's okay. That's okay. Because what I'm learning in this process is that it's way more about me and taking, not criticism, but taking constructive criticism, taking the fact that I'm not a perfectionist, that I forgot or didn't know as much as I thought I knew going into this thing. It's been very humbling. Week 1 has been, because I'm like, oh God, I have such a long way to go. This is daunting. The voice in the back of my head that we talked about in the last video, it's like roaring right now. Like, you made a mistake. Go take down the first video. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. Like, the voice in the back of my head is just, it's been loud. It's been loud, but I refuse to listen to it. I refuse to listen to that voice, because I know that this is a God thing. I refuse to listen to the fear and the doubt that is in the back of my head telling me like this, I'm not supposed to be doing this. So my first session with my acting coach was a little rough. I won't hold you. I have not truly acted in like 2.5, almost 3 years. That's on me. But me coming back into this made me realize just how rusty I am, and just how much I forgot how much it stretches you as a person, to be able to have the mental capabilities and the emotional capabilities to become another person. I forgot, and your girl like had a mini panic attack when my coach stepped out of the room for a second. So I got my scene, and the anxiety that's rushing through me right now is like ridiculous, because I've been here before. I know what I'm doing, but it's so foreign. It's so like, you haven't done this in a long time, and so that voice is like starting to roar, but I'm committed to quieting the voice in my head. So I got it. I realized that I have a lot of work to do, because one thing about me is I tend to be a very analytical thinker. I tend to be very tinkerish, meaning like I like to like know how things work and how things operate, and so I'm very like analytical and logical and focused in that regard. But the emotional components of how things work, especially in terms of acting, has never been my strong suit. I don't really lead with my emotions, I lead with my head. And so to tap into, oh, how is this person feeling about X, Y, and Z? It's like digging through quicksand. You know, it's like digging through, like the more you dig, the faster things just compile back. Trying to delve deep, it was challenging. but that's something that I have to work on. So, coming up on week 2, that's my goal. That's my endeavor, is to dig deep in the emotional component of this character and figure out like what makes her tick. Yeah, and so he's giving me homework. I got homework already, and it's to create a backstory for the character. I have to... Okay, sorry. I talk as if people know what acting entails. And so for me, acting is taking the words on a page and bringing them to life, right? Like that's the whole purpose of acting, of you taking somebody's material and transforming it into making it a reality. You're making this person, or sometimes a thing, real. And so your process as an actor is to delve deep into either whatever you have or whatever external forces you can grab onto to help you make this character real. Does that make sense? If not, let me know and I'll do a whole deep dive into like what acting is considered. I studied under the Stanislavski method of acting in college, and so that's what I'm used to. I'm used to being a method actor or using my own experiences to help support the character. I don't tend to use external materials to help me, if that makes any sense. I have to find somewhere within myself in order to connect to the character to bring them to life. That's what I have to do. That's my homework. And so making a backstory for a character is one of the best things that you can do. So you get to create the world in which they live, because if you don't have a lot of information to glean from, if you don't have a lot of information presented to you, like you get to choose how their world is, and you get to choose like who are their parents, how did they grow up, do they have a religion, are they religious, are they sexually active, what's their sexuality, like are they gender fluid, are they non-binary. Like you get to, whatever the writer didn't specify, you get to create. And so that world building is pretty easy for me because I am a writer, but again, analytical mind, I lead with my thoughts, or I lead with my mind and not necessarily my emotions. So I can write a really bomb backstory. It's conveying that really bomb backstory is the issue for me. So that's what I have to work on with my acting coach. And then I had my vocal lesson. So my vocal lesson, honey, I am rusty. If I thought acting was bad, oh God, vocals, I mean, I even include footage from my vocal lesson. That's just how much it was. But again, my vocal coach is one of the people I have not seen in years. And so we really just spent that first hour just chopping it up, talking about life. And she too asked me what I wanted out of this project, and I told her. And so we really got a chance to experience and bond in our shared belief of this being a God thing. I purposely put people in my life that I know can elevate me. And she's one of those people. Oh God, why am I getting emotional? Like, why am I getting emotional? But yeah, I see her life and I look at her life and I look how strong she is and all of these things. And in turn, she can see some of those things in me. And it's just like, wait, how? And again, that's that little voice in the back of my head that's thinking I'm not enough. But she literally helped to calm some of those fears, and I don't even think she knows it. So girl, if you're seeing this video, which I hope you are, thank you so much. But yeah, our first vocal lesson, she taught me about posturing. So that's why your girl is trying to look a little straighter, trying to like open up my passageways. And so she taught me a technique about how to open this up and how to be loose and feel the air. And one second. Oh shoot. So if you're seeing this, my bad. So yeah, just had that freak out moment. because I'm supposed to be wearing a scarf. I'm supposed to be keeping, I'm supposed to be keeping my throat covered up because I have bronchial issues, and keeping this up is like your instrument, like how dancers wear leg warmers and stuff. I'm supposed to be wearing a scarf or something around my neck at all times, and oh shoot, I forgot. But yeah, that was one that was one thing that I was supposed to do. I forgot. Another thing she taught me was the importance of hydrating. So water, as well as lemon and honey are going to be my best friends on this situation. And no caffeine. Well, limited caffeine, which is okay for me because I'm not that big of a caffeine person. So that is what we went over. And we also did like a few scale runs. Those, I'm not going to include those. But yeah, that was my vocal coach, and I am so excited because she sees me and I see her, and together we're gonna pull this thing off. And for my choreographer and I, unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to meet because there was a Rona, situation happening, so we weren't able to meet. So you guys will meet her, I believe, next week or the week after next. I just have to check in on her and see. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everyone to meet my team, my people, my riders, whatever you want to call them. I'm so excited for you guys to meet them. You may meet them in week 2 or week 3. It just depends on when they want to come on camera. And I know I keep saying that I believe that this is a God thing, and for me, it truly is. I'm Christian. I don't know if all of my subscribers or people who watch this are or have a belief system or whatever have you, but my belief system is I'm a Christian. And so for me, it was important that I make sure to surround myself with people of like-mindedness, in a sense of like, when I prayed that God would show up in this journey that I'm going on, that would show up and just help validate me and to quiet the voices. And really, it was just a help prayer. You know what I mean? It was just like, okay, God, I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is that I want to do this. I've been yearning to do this. Help me. And so when my vocal coach and I got together, a lot of the things I've been praying about, she validated. Like, she literally, out of her mouth came the confirmations for the very things I've been praying for. Okay, I'll go there. Meaning, my sense of self-worth, my sense of inadequacy, of imposter syndrome, like those are the things I've been praying to God about. I've been praying that He helps me tackle and quiet those thoughts that make me seem like I'm not enough to myself, because your girl in here, it's a constant warfare, a constant struggle. And with my vocal coach, she literally, out of her mouth, she validated the fact that I am not my fears. She validated the fact that I can quiet those voices. I have it in me to quiet those voices. And don't get emotional. I'm trying not to cry in week 1, okay? But the fact that it was literally, God, help me, and then He sent help. Like, He's been showing up so much in this whole situation. And this is week 1, you guys. Week 1. And I'm just like, okay, so this for real is a God thing. And what I'm learning is that this is way more than going on a journey for this piece. This is way more than getting my acting right up to par, getting my vocals up to par. This is way more than that. And it's really been something I've been praying for a long time, even before this thought popped into my head, this is something, oh God, like this is something I've been on my knees about for, oh man, as long as I can remember right now. And the fact that my prayers are finally getting answered because I put forth the effort. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that my prayers are getting answered when I put forth effort. Because the good word says faith without works is dead, right? And so I have faith that I will complete this project, complete this journey, but my work is proving that. And in between those two, God shows up. This is not me trying to push my religion or my faith on anyone. This is me telling you about my experience with God, and take it for what it is. If you are a fellow believer, that you know what's up. And if you're not, then it is what it is. You take it for what it is. But yeah, it's been a God thing. It's been a for real God thing. And I am leaning into it more than ever because it's like, my prayers are being answered, and who am I to shut a door that God has finally opened because I decided to step into it, so we're rocking and we're gonna go on and see what the end's gonna be. But yeah, that was literally on my heart because I would have not mentioned it otherwise. Yep, so that was the end of week 1. I did it. I completed my first week. To summarize, we have a lot of work to do. But we'll get there because my team is my God team. You feel me? Like, God is all up in this and in this situation. And so if he's in it, all the provisions are already done and made for it. I just have to continue to step and walk by faith. So that's what I'm doing. I'm leaning into it. But week two, I'm ready. I'm warming up I'll have my scarf on next week, coach. But I'm warming up my vocal cords. I'm getting more water in. I'm exercising more. All these things I'm doing to prepare myself. And I'm just laying a solid foundation in week 1 so that we can continue to catapult for the next 25-ish weeks until I film the big number. So I'm so excited. I will hopefully see you guys back here next week for another episode. Comment down below, how's your journey going? Have you decided to go on a journey? If not, why? Why or why not? Drop it down below in the comments. And I always forget to say the YouTube thing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, do all those fun YouTubey things, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, oh wait, forgot our motto. We will get to our destination eventually. But until then, have safe travels.